Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday, March 30th. And I hope you're as excited as I am for our wonderful bearded guest, Alexo. He's been on the show a couple times before. I talked to him more than a year ago. You should go back in the archives to go check out that one. More than a year ago, we had a great chat. That was before we did the live streams. And also, he's been on the stream since then to rip like 50 packs. But we're happy to be able to check in with him once again. So what video should we introduce him with? I think it's a good idea to have Alexo on. So let's introduce him.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Oh, nice.
Hi.
Hello. Nice
Thanks for having
background.
me.
Yeah. Oh, hey, whoa. It's great to have you. And
Look at this. I'm in the metaverse.
you are.
It's happening.
Yeah. So what's new, man? It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. I mean, I've been sad. I haven't talked to you in so long, but also it doesn't feel that long. You know, it feels like yesterday in a way.
It was only yesterday when we ripped all those packs. That was the day, if you recall. That was the day that Mike Sorarian and his criminal friends bought the run it backs while we were streaming. And that's what happened.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that. That was
yeah. I don't know if that was my internet or
that was
yours.
fun. Yeah, that was a while back now.
Yeah, it was a little while. It feels like years ago, but it was probably just a few months.
Right.
I feel like you're I don't know if that's
that was
internet,
awesome
my
getting all the
internet, or
Series 4.
I think that might be your internet, Alexo. Is it saying poor internet connection? I feel like to be a guest on this show, you have to have a bad internet connection.
Let me remove the background. Maybe that's slowing it down.
All right, let's try that. It's just too heavy. That JPEG is just so heavy. Well, we'll do a little community dance while we wait.
We love the community.
All right, are we better?
Is it better?
I don't know. We're just gonna troubleshoot Alexa's Wi-Fi for the rest of the show. I hope so. I don't know. Go to check fast.com. See how you're doing on that while we talk. But
all right.
Anyways, let's get right into it, Alexo. Are you gonna, while you are looking at your internet speed, are you going to the Mint event? Because there was some news shared today about the Mint event. We were told about a special guest that would be joining the Mint event, a special NBA Top Shot guest. So I don't know if you all saw that, but since every piece of news has to be dramatic, let's introduce it with a brand new clip that I call Breaking NBA Top Shot News. Here we go. All right. So if you're not aware, there's going to be a guest at the NBA Top Shot kiosk in Vegas, and that would be one Adam Morrison. Are you familiar with the basketball player Adam Morrison, Alexo?
I was not, but now I am. I did a full background check, and it's pretty exciting that there's still players wanting to be involved.
Okay. So I don't know if you are familiar. It sounds like you're not very familiar, but I thought Adam Morrison is an interesting choice. I mean, I guess he is relevant because of March Madness. He was a big-time March Madness talent in college. Huge potential. Everyone thought he could be the next Larry Bird. And what happened when he entered the NBA? He lost his mind. I don't know if he lost his mind, but he basically he was a complete failure in the NBA. So it's sort of a weird choice, I thought. But I suppose if we're just going along the March Madness line of thinking, then I suppose it can make some sense.
Or, the budget. We're on the economy marketing right now.
So we had to choose someone who would come for free. Is that what you're trying to say? Or who would come for like $40 and a sandwich, maybe?
Exactly. We got to save that money for, I don't know, to last forever, right? You got to have that long runway.
I guess so. I mean, how have you felt? I mean, you're such a believer in this platform. And I remember when we spoke I want to say like over a year and a half ago, you're such a believer. You're such a holder. You were buying everything Flow. You didn't care what kind of project it was. If it was a cheese wizard, it was a crypto kitty, you're all in. Have your feelings changed at all over the last year, over the last, some of the kind of, I don't know, some of the decisions that have been made that the community wasn't too thrilled with? Like, how has your feelings been over the last year?
I think more or less I'm unchanged. I've just been following Dapper's work for years, and that there have been some questionable choices, but looking through that, I think they're still moving in the right direction overall. Just with product updates and taking feedback and just pushing the whole space forward, because it's not only the projects, but there's also just the whole infrastructure with Flow and the Dapper wallet that just have so much potential. It just needs that catalyst.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you on the fact that the Dapper wallet and sort of some of the advancements in how Flow is becoming absolutely the normie blockchain. I don't think anyone can disagree with that point. And I think that in the future, there will be a lot of use cases and it'll make sense to use Flow. I don't disagree there. But in terms of just, I guess, your holdings, I mean, you're a big holder on CryptoKitties. You're currently one of the biggest holders of NBA Top Shot. It sounds like it doesn't concern you as in terms of valuations, in terms of what the stuff you're holding on to is worth. That doesn't concern you about decisions and how that gets affected?
No, not really. I'm here for the ride. It's been fun when it goes up or down. When it goes down, it's a different opportunity, I guess I would say. And it's hard to say what percentage of the market is impacted by their decisions versus general sentiment towards the industry, and then just also how much cash people have these days. I know I'm out, and it seems like a lot of people are out of cash as well. So that doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I know you said on Twitter you're selling a fancy cat, right? You're selling one of the original crypto kitties.
See, I got 4 of them, and did make some call to pay some bills. So that's 110% into NFTs.
Well,
It's probably not the safe.
all right, so I think you're breaking up a bit again. How's your internet connection? Chat, can you help me out here? Are you hearing him? Or is it my end? Is it his end? But okay, I'm aware that you're selling a crypto kitty, trying to make some cash. I guess that was. I feel like we're on one of those massive
can you hear me?
delays. You know,
I just switched to my. I realized I was still on my speaker. So I switched to the headset.
Okay, yeah, that's working. That's true. Are you tabbing other videos at the same time? James Dillon thinks you are.
No, this computer just sucks. I need a new one.
Oh, okay. Well, let's soldier on here. All right. Well, people admire you, Alexo, for your even keelness, your ability to not really care about the ups and downs of the platform. That's what I'm seeing in the chat.
Yeah, I'm following along on the chat on my phone. Maybe that's taking up some bandwidth here.
Well, we've got like a 30-second delay. So whatever you could do to try to fix the delay would be wonderful. But what I wanted to ask you actually, and you can answer this in 5 minutes once it makes it to you, is like originally when we talked a year and a half ago, you said that you were still doing some like software development for Microsoft. Are you still doing that? Are you still doing other work? Or like what do you do when you're not on the internet posting GIFs and buying NFTs?
Yeah, I still have a full-time job building software at a tire company, and it's been a different kind of challenge. The tire industry folks are very different from the NFT community, so it's good. I think it's good to have some diversity in the people you interact with.
Oh, you're making software for the tire industry? That's what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Riveting stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
I figure with the NFT stuff, that's enough excitement for a hobby. I have to keep it grounded at my work.
Okay.
So.
And you did used to work for Microsoft though. So what's your take?
How's the connection now?
I think it's better. I don't know though. I wouldn't count the chickens just too soon. I mean, like if you go to another tab, fast.com, you'll see how good or terrible it is. But yeah, hopefully it's good now. Let's see, Alexo. Last time I talked to you, you were located in like an apartment or a house in Portland. Are you still there, or what's your story these days?
Oh yeah, I did move. I moved back in October from Portland back up to Vancouver, Washington, my hometown.
Oh, nice.
Just across the bridge.
And what do you like to do on your off time?
So came back.
Yeah. Do you have a better Wi-Fi spot in your house?
I take a lot of naps.
This is gonna be a tough listen later.
I'll try to find one. Let's move around the house.
All right, I'm gonna play some videos while you move around. Okay. All right, we're gonna cut Alexo for a second. We'll give him a few videos, some of his favorite videos. But it's hard to talk to someone when they're on like a 30-second delay. I gotta say, it's a little stinky.
Stinky!
you know. But let's see any questions in the chat while Alexo's moving around. I'm seeing him in the back here. But Budavane has questions about the tire industry related to the Michelin guide. He likes the food. And what else we got here? The tire industry is better than the NFT degens. And he's running an underground Bitcoin mining facility just out of shot. That's definitely possible with Alexo. All right, I'm seeing him get set up in the back. But how many people are like Alexo, though, who have portfolios of NBA Top Shot moments worth millions of dollars? I mean, I imagine it's now dropped about 90% like everyone else's stuff. But when we lose a couple grand in paper profits, imagine if you lost on paper that much more and how chill you'd be, because that's Alexo. He's very chill and not concerned about the dollar valuation of his YouTube clips. So what can we all learn from this? Do we need to be more like Alexo? Or what? All right, let's see. I think he's starting to get set up here. Let's see if he's ready. Only lose if you sell. There you go, Boss and Base. That's true. All right, let's see. All right, testing 1, 2, 3.
Is this any better?
I hope so.
Hey, how's this?
When
for you?
I say hey, you say ho. Hey.
Oh,
That was like a hey.
oh,
The lag is still so bad.
no.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I don't know. We're gonna try our best here. How's
It
this
might
for,
be in my
how's this
computer.
for
Let me try one more. Let me try one more thing.
you
Let me
want
another
to try
device.
using your phone?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna remove him again. We'll try to get back in there in a second. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think turning off the computer or resetting it would actually do anything. I think this is right here. John saying move to the text only, ask me anything. All right, let's see. He's back. Let's give him a second to get stabilized there on his phone. Let's put it somewhere nice and stable, Alexo. But there you go. So Adam Morrison, what did you guys think, chat? I think there shouldn't have been. I was a little disappointed that if there was buildup for it. I mean, the people who think that Adam Morrison is like a big name are really just sort of NCAA hoop heads. Other than that, I don't know. If you know how he did in the NBA, it's a little bit of a sad story. Yeah. When I say hey, you say ho. Here, we're gonna try that again. Exactly. Darko Milicic would have been just as good of an option. Yeah. Who can have the worst internet? You're welcome on this show. Does he have a TSD? He's going to. It's going to be given out at the show. That's like part of the honeypot for you degens. To go to Vegas, you can shake Adam Morrison's hand, take a selfie, and get his TSD. All right, here we go, Alexo. How's your internet doing now?
I don't know. You tell me.
All right. When I say hey, you say ho. Hey.
Polo.
No, that was too fast. All right. Well, that must mean we're doing great then. I mean, you literally said it before I could finish, so that we must be doing really well.
I think the Wi-Fi isn't the problem. It's the computer. It's my work computer, and it's a few years old, and I haven't restarted it in probably 6 months. So
that's probably why. You probably got some like viruses on there or something.
Yeah, it's bad.
All right, so ready? We're gonna pretend we're starting. All right, well, welcome to the show. We got Alexo here, and we are so glad to have Alexo, and he's got a wonderful internet connection. And there he is. He's in Vancouver, Washington.
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to have you on the show. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you here. So here's a question for you, Alexo. Then we'll dive deeper into like NBA Top Shot stuff, and we'll see what the chat wants to talk about. But you're a very tech savvy guy, and you're a very relaxed guy. What's your take on artificial intelligence?
It's come a long way. It's kind of exciting. Just a few years ago, we saw some glimpses of it, and it was hard to say kind of when it would really be useful. But it's it's accelerated, so it'll be interesting to see. I think any day now they're just going to take over.
Exactly. You're not worried
but-
about that?
There's no use worrying about it. It's
You see, like
It
Elon
is what-
Musk and them, and they're worried. They're trying to make protests, like a petition. Stop developing this thing.
yeah, they're not going to do that. So it is what it is. But for now, you have to prompt the AI to do everything. So we still have the control. So
Would you get the chip in the brain if it gave you open AI access at all time, like immediately in your brain? Would you get the chip?
probably not. Nah, I got my phone nearby. That's good enough.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want the chip. All right, so you're not concerned about it. Have you been using it though? Have you thought about ways to use it in like a project or on work? Because you're a very entrepreneurial fellow.
Yeah. I've thrown some work towards it for like anytime I need to write an email or non-coding things.
Yeah, so basically just like everyday life. Do you ever use it to like text your girlfriend and just being like, tell my girlfriend something nice?
I thought about it, but then we watched that South Park episode that was exactly that, and so now,
I haven't seen that. Is that a recent one?
yeah, it's just from last week.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
So the secret's out, so I can't get away with it now.
Oh, crap. Yeah, my wife and I actually use that, especially when we're arguing, and we both have like a robot therapist. So I'll like write my complaint, and it'll say it really nicely, and then she'll like respond back. So it's like our two robots. It's great. I think that could definitely be something nice for relationships. When you're upset with someone, you just let your robots do the talking to each other.
Oh yeah, and it's so time consuming, and you only got so many hours in the day. You gotta delegate. It's like
Yeah,
having an assistant. People have been doing that for years. This is just a free version of that.
Yeah, robot mediation. I love it. If you could have like an actual robot in your house though to do something for you, they could do an activity that you don't enjoy or make a part of your life better. What do you think you'd ask that robot to do in your house?
I've had a Roomba for a long time, so I got started a while back in that. I don't know. Most of my chores are outside, which I kind of like doing. So I think I'll hold on to that.
That's for the rated R version of the stream. So what about here's something, Alexo. Did you see that tweet about So Rare calling it a moment? Oh, we need breaking news. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah, I got a screen captured. I'm never gonna forget. That was bad.
Did you punch a hole in your wall? Did you like toss your computer into the bath? What did you do?
Yeah, I did all that.
Yeah.
And it was like a week after they suspended everyone too.
Yeah,
a bunch of people, including me.
What do you
And
mean?
it wasn't
oh
the
yeah,
suspension.
So Rare suspended you.
It wasn't the suspension that hurt. It was the accusation. Just reading that email, I was like, "How dare you?"
Wait, what did they think you did?
Multi-accounting.
But why? Why would you multi-account? Are you playing So Rare?
I do play. Yeah, I play every week.
What how deep in the waters are you? Which are you limited? Are you ultra limited? Are you ribbed?
I do all the limited. I do one rare. I have enough cards to do one rare.
Okay.
Super rare and ultra are too high.
Yeah, you're not good doing the ultra.
Hopefully I could win some of these.
Yeah, that's the idea.
And build up, but I had beginner's luck on there, and I won quite a few, and then it kind of died down. I think.
Yeah.
The competition has stepped up a bit.
So there's Treaticus in the chat. He's saying, "What moment would AI purchase for you if you asked it to buy one?" But then Treaticus, if he's asking it to buy it, then isn't he basic? Oh, okay. Let's not assume that you're telling it which one. What moment would the AI purchase for you if it just went on Top Shot by itself? You think?
Well, I would hope the AI would maximize the value, so it would analyze. I bet it would analyze all the different accounts and figure out who's like dumping stuff relative to the value of others, and then just snipe something from them. So, and I guess the better margins would be on the higher end stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking for a LeBron anthology since mine's in the pack. So I'm gonna say that AI is going for that one.
Oh, you're not going to open the pack, huh?
Not yet.
How that was actually a question from one Jennifer Sudo. She was one of the original Top Shot influencers. She has since moved on. Now she like rubs shoulders with Gary Vaynerchuk. But she wanted to know how many packs you have unopened. How many packs do you have?
I had a count just a couple weeks ago. I think it's 1,000 over.
Holy shit! You have 1,000 packs.
I
And
think-
what are like the best ones you're still holding on to? I guess the LeBron must be one of the best ones, but any crazy like S1 or like super rare S1 packs you're holding on to?
Not really. Most of S1 you couldn't hold the packs; they just open immediately.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Towards the end of the season, they added them, but at that point, I just wanted to complete the sets, and I was already running out of money, so
Yeah.
I opened all those too. So I didn't start stacking them until they did like most of my stack is rewards. Like I'll do the challenge.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. One day we're gonna open all those packs on stream, right? When I say yes, you say hell yes. Yes.
But hell yes. And then we're gonna have the pack marketplace by then, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yes.
And I'm hoping to get some more too, because there's some I open that I would like to.
So here's another question. Green Curry saying, what legendary pack did you reserve? Right, you could just recently you could reserve what, like 1 out of 3 of the upcoming legendary packs with something like that. The rookie, the top 50, something like that.
Yeah, there's 2 top 50 drops, and then there's the rookie and the finals. I haven't submitted the form yet. It's not due until tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of trying to maximize doing the challenges.
Okay.
So, and if they are what they have been, like lock 6 out of 9, then I'm trying to do multiples of 6.
Okay.
And it looks like there's going to be 2 challenge rewards for the rookie, so I'm thinking doing 12 there. The final set's always kind of small, so doing 6 there, and then doing the other 6 in the holo drop, the second one, because I have 24 to reserve.
Oh, you'll have 24 packs you can reserve?
Yeah, 1 for each, 2 for each legendary set that was locked back in January.
Oh, wow. All right. So you'll be able to do a lot. So that maybe that's part of the reason you're not so concerned about supply, because you just can get everything on a platter, it seems. You just get everything because you've already got everything. You're not worried about supply. You're just going to automatically get it all in your lunchbox.
I'll get a piece of it. So the problem is that my only concern with supplies is it's not enough, because
You're a
even
unique
with
guy.
even with those, I'll still only have. Well, first is they're not airdrops, so I'm still paying for them, and then even then it's half the legendary, and I'll have to get the other half in the marketplace. Just from a collector perspective, it's nice when there's a higher supply. It's easier to collect.
It's nice when there's more. Oh, okay. I understand. There's more for sale, I suppose.
It's more for sale. They're a lower price point. It's just easier to collect, especially when you're trying to stretch your budget.
Yeah.
But each series is getting more and more expensive to collect than the previous. So it's a tough thing to keep up with.
Right. Doesn't that concern you a bit? For someone who wants to collect everything?
Exactly. Yeah. But if the supply was more, it'd be a little cheaper.
That's So maybe we got to tell Roham to bump that supply way up, huh?
I've been trying, but no one takes me seriously.
You're probably the only person who's asking for that. I think you're like literally the only one.
I think that's the response I got. So
yeah, but then they use you as an example. They're like, see, guys, they need more supply. Look, Alexo told us so. That's why.
If only they would, then we'd be in a better place.
Oh my gosh. I don't know,
Because-
Alexa. I'm gonna have to hard disagree on that one.
I know it's a hot take, but you know, we're almost down to back. We're almost back down to um, Series 1 supply levels. So, you
And
know,
prices for that matter.
if you're looking at like relative scarcity, you wouldn't you want the older stuff to be more scarce?
Yeah,
That's one.
you were correct on that, which I disagreed with when you were saying that before, but at the same time, I don't know what the answer was then because they went way. I mean, you don't think they went way too much because you want to collect all 60,000 moments of each player from every 60K, right? But they, once they go to 60K, which is now worth a trade ticket, and now everything down to like 8K is still a trade ticket, down to like 5K is still a trade ticket. So yeah, if it went to 60K to 100K to 200K, then the 60Ks would hold value. But how do you make that right if there's not enough people to buy it in the first place? Like if you're going to do that, then you have to limit what people can buy in terms of you can't let people go and buy 100 packs of the same thing. Hold that all for marketing or something, and then you can do like 200K counts or something like that.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, the packs more or less, for the most part, except for those hot packs, have been selling out. So the 60Ks and the 5Ks, there was a demand for them. Their initial demand. It's just when the secondary is struggling, and I don't know what the solution is there.
But don't you think that's because people are a bunch of degenerate raffling gamblers who just when they dropped a few of those really nice moments in the supply of the packs, like, hey, you could win a Steph Curry record-breaking Silver Goose 3. It's in there. You could win it. And people like, okay, I'm gonna go buy 50 packs, even though my chances are 0.0000001%. So like they're buying the packs because of that chance of something, and then once they're done, the excitement is over. They're in a cold sweat. They had their fun already, and now it's like now you're just looking at that thing on your screen.
Well, I guess they need to figure out how to make every moment exciting. Maybe that's part of the problem. Is not every moment's not as exciting as others.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're experimenting with stuff, locking sets and stuff, but that doesn't. I think those are all good changes. It just hasn't reflected in the market yet. And I don't know. They've always had stuff up their sleeve over the years, so just looking forward to what they try next.
Yeah, well, the ideas are good. But you need it on a much higher scale, and when you can use ways to eliminate 200,000 moments off the platform due to trade tickets, you can't then turn around the next day and introduce a new 150,000 moments. Like they need to actually get some momentum in that case, but it's that whole balancing act with what appears to be the need to continually create revenue. Even though LG was on the show last week and he said, "Oh, but they told us that they didn't need to create revenue. They could like have a pause on needing to create revenue," but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, I mean that could be something they could try. But regardless, you'd still need more supply to kind of document the NBA season.
Oh, of course,
you don't want to like undermine the actual product.
I agree, but I'd be okay if it was just a bunch of one of ones. Honestly, I mean, now you wouldn't. I mean, I'd be okay. Like, make it a legendary set or something. I don't know. Make it do something where it's literally, or you have to craft, you have to burn to get the new supply. If we really can forego revenue, as they had said in the past, or Janie said, or I don't know who said, but yeah, if that's actually true, then that would be, in my opinion, that would get us back to the very exciting times on Twitter, and you'd see a lot more happy people talking about NBA Top Shot on Twitter, where that hasn't really been the case lately.
I think that would help a lot. Just a gesture to make people happy.
Exactly. I said that last week too. Like, so many people are so eager to be happy. Like, it wouldn't even take that much, but they got to do it. So Boston Base wants to know: are you buying packs or selling packs when that marketplace opens?
I'm buying. Yeah, I gotta complete the collection because I'm guessing when there's the marketplace, you'll actually see the whole catalog of packs, and you can like tell which ones you're missing, and so I think that'll be another like way to collect.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll do pack sets or something. I don't know, but yeah, I've been looking forward to that for a while.
Are you collecting anything else these days? Are you gaming? I know you're a gamer. Are you gaming? Are you collecting other things? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's just so many things to collect these days. It's hard to figure out how to balance the time. But lately, I've been playing the Nintendo 64 on my Switch.
Oh,
They dropped 007 about a month or two ago. So just playing up some nostalgia lately.
that's a great game. Is there any difference to the game, or is it the same game as it was before, and you're just playing it like one player?
Exactly the same. Yeah, you can play multiplayer online too. That's the only difference.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So we know you love collecting, and if Treaticus is still in the chat, shout out to Treaticus. But I know you also love connecting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have lots of fun here in Portland with the Rip Pack City group. Hit a few games, more than a few games a year, and do some other meetings outside of that too. That captain's program has been awesome. So hopefully that continues.
Yeah, I know that recently they cut the funding down a little bit. I know there's some commentary on that on Twitter. But when you go to these events, what is it like to meet some of these other people? You have mostly good experiences? Any bad ones?
No, they're all good. I think it might be in the water or something in the Portland area, but I think most people are pretty chill here. It's not,
Yeah.
you don't get the same you don't get as much negativity as you do see online. Maybe it's an in-person thing, or maybe it's a Portland thing. I don't know. But
I think that's true. When you get in person, it's a much different story. You don't have like the PFP to block your face, and when you're in person, when you're a real person.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. It's just kind of the real human connection helps with it. Makes it it improves the hobby quite a bit, and but I think there's something there for Portland too. Maybe Damien's an influence with his loyalty.
Yeah. I hope Damian Lillard can go win some games. I mean, I almost feel like he has to leave Portland because he's so good. I don't want to see him not make the playoffs. That just hurts to see. But I know
it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, he's so good. He's like one of the best players in the NBA. Come on now. But tell me about some of those in-person events. I know you met Magic Johnson. I know did you cook with Cade? Did you eat the shrimp scampi with Clay?
There was no shrimp. It was vegan. It was a vegan.
Oh, it was vegan.
Event. He's one of them.
So it was plant shrimp.
It was good. Cade was on our team. We split up into 3 teams, and our team didn't win because we were distracted talking to Cade.
Okay.
But that was fun. But it was vegan, so I had to go get a real meal after that. And
what did you eat afterward?
Got some pizza.
Nice, good choice. But that's kind of vegan, isn't it? Or no, it's not cheese.
Some Detroit pizza. Now you can put meat on pizza.
Okay, so you got a meat one. That's nice. What's your go-to pizza? Are you more of a salty guy or a sweet guy? What's your snack when you're hungry?
I like when they're mixed. You gotta have this, the salted caramel type stuff. That's what I like.
Salted caramel. So like, what's in your pantry right now in the middle of the night? You're going there and you're snacking down on some things. What are you snacking down on these days?
The last couple nights it's been this box of Captain Crunch birthday edition, which is really good. They made it taste like birthday cake. So
okay.
It's Captain Crunch birthday cake.
I
highly recommend it.
Are you eating that with milk, or what are you adding to that bowl?
No, just handfuls out of the box.
Oh, okay. Like a real savage. I like it.
Don't have time for that. Yeah.
You do the handful and then you take the milk and then you go glug the milk right after, or you don't mess with the milk at all. Or you do that.
Yeah.
So that thing that I just that scenario that I just built up in my head is what you do.
I mean, more or less, yeah. It's kind of the similar experience, but you don't have the dishes afterward.
I love that. So do you like make the reservoir, or do you like close the throat to create like a reservoir in your mouth, and you put the cereal in there and pour the milk and then like swish it around to absorb the taste and then start chewing and then eat it that way?
I mean, I will now, but usually I eat the cereal first and then wash it down. But
All right. Well, if you could somehow get that on video, I'd love to see it.
all right. Well, I just finished that box, but I'll get another one, and you're on.
And what are you drinking in this photo?
Is that in Vegas?
I don't know. Poker Pro Eric, my personal spy photographer, sent me this photo. I think it must be in Vegas.
And I'm double fisting, huh?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It looks like RC Cola to me.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. So I must have had too many of them.
Must have been something strong then. Let's see what else I got for you. Well, okay, so going back to these connecting, more so on the connecting side than the collecting side. You also famously you hung out with Magic Johnson. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was amazing. That's like a once in a lifetime thing. Yeah, it was just surreal. It didn't feel like it was actually happening. But yeah, he's such a good partner, I think, for any brand.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can figure out a way to work with him more on their budget.
Yeah.
They went just just in a short few months, they went from Magic down to
Adam Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you need a reality check, but it's time to build back up to Magic. I think he'd be a good partner, and
Yeah.
he's just so passionate about the game, and it was great hearing him talk and answer questions, and he was nice to everyone, talked to everyone and got pictures with them. Yeah, and that was a dinner too, so the food was good. Yeah, that was the best one so far. Yeah, no, that one wasn't vegan.
That's good. And there's another photo that I saw from the event. This one. What do you make of this photo? Who is still working for Dapper Labs in this photo?
Let's see who we got here. We got Trevor. Nope. We have Dior. He's there. So we got
Okay.
one. Meg. No. Unfortunately, I don't remember the guy to Magic's left. But Carrie and Janie. Nope. So that was just a few months ago. It's been a bloodbath.
So, but what do you make of all this? Because you seem, again, you're so chill. You do not care. You're very much just smooth sailing. So what do you make of all this turbulence? It doesn't seem like it bothers you.
I mean, it's growing pains, I think.
Yeah.
I think no one really expected that astronomical growth that we saw in 2021.
For sure.
And it's just been kind of a tough comeback to earth these past couple of years, which has been a bummer because during that time, you have the euphoria and you think it's actually happening, it's actually going to go mainstream, but it was really just a bunch of degens.
I know, right?
Coming in. So we haven't really seen the mainstream thing. That's the other thing that doesn't really concern me with the supply. If it actually hits mainstream, it's these are all just rounding errors. Yeah. So we just got to figure out what it takes to get to the actual mainstream, which hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I think one problem with getting to the mainstream is the fact that everyone who's not in the NFT space thinks NFTs are complete bullshit.
Not only that, they think they're like the devil. It's such a visceral reaction when anything NFT related comes up.
I know. It's so true.
Because they're basing their perceptions on things that are like partially true that happened years ago, but since then have been solved for like a lot of the energy concerns about blockchain have mostly been resolved. And then just the perception that NFTs are just, ugly pictures.
Yeah, sometimes they're not ugly.
Yeah. I mean, that's partially true too, but somehow those other use cases need to get out there. And I think they are, like, just this week, Avenged Sevenfold partnered with Ticketmaster, and they're actually giving priority access to tickets through their NFT collection. So more of that, I think people will start to see the actual value of NFTs. When it's just a JPEG, it's too easy to do the right click save thing, and it has to be something more than that.
And I also think that with this AI explosion and mid-journey and not knowing what's real and what isn't, you're going to more and more need something on the blockchain to say, oh, this is actually a picture of the Pope in a big puffy jacket, and someone didn't generate this. I think you muted yourself.
Oh, I covered the mic.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the Pope himself can, sign it and, authenticate it and say this is actually me.
Exactly. So Jonathan, I think some people have this idea of you, Alexo. I think they think you are just living it up, big money, throwing dollars all around. Is that true? Are you loaded?
I would say I had a good amount saved up, but it's all gone now. I put one all in. So, I'm back to the, paycheck to paycheck life. It's I don't know. I kind of like it. You can't just like waste money on frivolous things, and you actually have to budget. And I don't know. I think it's more fulfilling.
Were you were acting pretty frivolous when the money was flowing?
I think so. Yeah, I got into bad habits, like, ordering out every night and stuff like that. Now, you actually have to meal prep and grocery shop and.
Right. When I say ramen, you say noodles. Ramen.
Noodles.
Nice. Let's see.
But I mean, yeah. I went pretty hard into the hobby. I just think there's a big future here, and it's all, even if there isn't, it's been a experience I would have regretted not, going heavy into.
Okay. And that's a good segue, because you're doing work on the Flow hybrid wallet of some sort, hybrid ownership, or can you explain what you're doing on Flow?
I'm working on a few things on Flow. I don't know what I can talk about though.
Oh no, but didn't they just release a blog post about this like new hybrid ownership or something? Like they wrote about it. So tell us about that, because I didn't read the article.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had nothing to do with that, but I'll definitely use it in my projects.
Do you want to tell the chat, like a 5-year-old, what that is?
Pretty much, it is just the same experience you've had on Top Shot, right? You just go to a site and you start interacting with the product. You can buy stuff or earn stuff through challenges, and you don't even have to set up a wallet or anything like that. But we've seen since then, like, these third-party tools like Floaty, where then you had to like withdraw your moments and all that to start loaning them out and all that. With the hybrid custody, you could just link your external wallet, and then it would have access to your Dapper account. So then you can do your loans and everything just directly through that. So you won't have to withdraw once they implement it. You wouldn't have to withdraw and do all that. You can just kind of have that one experience.
Yeah, I got it. So it's making it it's making it more user friendly and easier to link your wallet to a particular platform.
And then I mean, they went through a lot of work just to get that kind of easy onboarding experience with Top Shot, but with this, it makes it available to anyone who just wants to start building something on the blockchain. They can just build something and link it up to the new libraries that they released, and just have it out of the box where your app can have this kind of Web 2 experience that everyone's familiar with, and then but behind the scenes actually be a Web 3 project.
Right. I feel like I know your answer to this is going to be positive. Are you satisfied with the leaderboard rewards? I mean, you're like at the top of every leaderboard just about. So do you like the rewards? I'm guessing you do. Surprise us with a no.
I can't. Yeah, they're good. I have no reason to complain. The leaderboards are all brand new for this series. There weren't any leaderboards before now.
Do you think that muddies the water though, in terms of is collectible, or is it a collectible? Is it a game piece? And does it acting like a game piece hurt its collectible value? Have you thought about that argument at all?
Yeah, quite a bit. But I've always been a gamer on the back, or just in the back of my head is just a gamer. So it's hard to shake that perspective.
Right.
In my opinion, is that yeah, I could see how the gaming affects the values, but it's not. I also think it's not like a zero sum game. Like having it some game aspects, I think makes it more engaging and can actually get more people involved, and the people who are already involved maybe put in a few dollars more because just for the extra entertainment value. So
sure.
I don't think you can look at it purely as like a zero sum.
That's fair.
I think it's a net positive.
Here's a question. Last time, I think you thought the Pelicans were going to win the NBA championship. Who do you think is going to win it this year? You still going with the Pelicans?
No, they put the Suns up. The Suns, they gave them a pretty tough challenge though. I think they got to Game 6, and that whole series was close. This year it's gonna be the Beam team.
Okay, nice. That's gonna delight some of the people in this chat. I think you're going with the Kings. I like it. Let's see what else. We got any questions on the chat? We asked him the important questions about if he's sweet or salty guy. If we asked him about what he's currently gaming, also very important questions. You're not currently buying? Are you currently buying like any other NFTs or doing anything like that? Or are you just strictly on NBA Top Shot right now?
I've been diving recently back into the Susables just because they've been trying out these crafting things, and that seems to have gotten a good response. Maybe that's something. I think there's a lot of things in that project that other projects can take, including Top Shot, like just like the trading you can do inside the app, and crafting on demand, and the in game and you can chat inside the app too. So there's a lot of good stuff going there that others can learn from.
I agree. As a platform, it's pretty good. I still don't, I bought some of those packs but I don't really collect or connect with other Dr. Seuss collectors. But maybe one day.
It's a nostalgia thing for me, and I think it is for a lot of people.
But you're like buying up the whole platform like you do on CryptoKitties and Top Shot, or no?
No.
Okay.
I've already placed my all my eggs in those baskets.
Okay. What about the La Liga?
I've been following it, but I haven't gotten much into it yet. It's hard to connect to a Spanish league.
Yeah.
But I think it does expand, audience
Right.
into it's good to have choices, I guess, and that will bring a larger community altogether into the ecosystem.
Sure, that's fair. Perfect Zero. What's been the hardest set to complete?
It's gonna be this Top Shot 50, I think.
Yeah.
It's
So I guess you're working in the future here.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that one. The top 50 players.
It's gonna be pricey.
Yep.
So Green Curry just wants to rub it in my face right now. Who's your favorite top? Did you vote in this poll?
I did. Yep. You
All
know
right.
what I voted for.
Oh yeah, Zakarian.
I've only been on your show, and
Okay.
I just ignore the other ones, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
No,
So that's
I've never been
why,
invited, but that's okay.
yeah, that's why I gotta invite another like 5,000 people onto my show, and then forget it, Zakarian. Your days are numbered. Well, what else we got here? Here's a question. What would you change going into Series 5 if you could change something? More supply?
Well, obviously, but
Is that-
that wouldn't be my number one. My number one is I'm more interested in demand. So what is it going to take? Because that I think that makes the whole conversation easier. If
Have
there's
you thought
demand,
about that? Like thought about ways that you would do things maybe differently if you could assist on the marketing side of this platform?
a little bit, not maybe marketing, but on the product side, like just delivering. They have some engaging stuff like the challenges, but just stepping into that. I've always, one of the main reasons I started and was so excited about this project was hardcore. So that would be bumped up in priority for me. Just because I think there's a large gaming community that would be awesome to have join, and it's not only like the hardcore gamers. With nowadays, a game can attract casual gamers. You got there's just a large audience out there for a game, and I think that could be a flagship way to show off how games can benefit from NFTs, which might be another barrier for why people are hesitant to it. But if you had like a fun way to integrate them in a game that I think would help sell like the story of NFTs and make it kind of click for more people.
Yeah. I think the part that I struggle with is like up until now, part of the excitement of NFTs has been the speculative side of it, of like, wow, you can turn $1 into $1 million. You can buy an ape for $150 and sell it for $500,000. And whereas I think the real future of NFTs are these very low transactional cost NFTs, where it's really all about just proof of ownership and like almost nothing more. Where, I mean, you see it in the video games now, like the skins for the guns and people, but how much are people paying for that though? Only like a couple $100 at the most, right?
Right.
Right. So
But,
that's where I think the future of NFTs lies.
Right. And then, you only can use them in that game. The next iteration of that game, there's not going to be any composability there or interoperability, I guess. And then you can't take that and have a third-party experience with that. It's harder to trade it. A lot of times you don't even know the supply of them. So it's it's harder to spend money on that.
Right.
I think.
Here's a question. Are you playing all day? I kind of wish I wish that Dapper could have just somehow purchased all day. I feel like all day does it right. That could have been hardcore. It's like it's not that complicated. It's really like the gameplay is pretty basic, and yet it's somewhat addicting. I was playing all day quite a bit. Are you still playing it? Are you stuck on level 13?
It's all world, by the way.
That's
I'm
true.
not-
Juan, how could you? How could you, Juan?
But yeah, all day, all world. We have a lot of products with all in the name.
Mhm.
I'm on 16 now, so
Oh wow.
but I'm stuck there. It's going to be another month or two before I can. They really the difficulty really escalates
Really?
exponentially.
Does it?
Yeah, because then after level 10, you're kind of limited by these tournament rings that you can only win like one a day, sometimes two a day. But it takes to go from level 16 to 17, you need over 100 of them. So
Wow.
it'll take a while.
Yeah.
But then at level 17, I'll be able to get James Harden, so it's worth it.
It's worth it.
And then after that is Giannis and Steph and LeBron. So
Yeah.
and then just comparing to other Niantic games like Pokemon Go, it takes over a year or two to get up to the max level.
Did you get to the max level on Pokemon?
No. That's too daunting. But this is just a few months, so it's a lot, but it doesn't seem as bad in comparison. Yeah, it could be that hardcore. I mean, and it's not too late. Maybe that's the way forward, is to integrate moments into that, where you can earn stuff through the tournaments there. It also knows where you are, so if you're at an arena, you could do something there.
Exactly. I wish they would just partner up.
Exactly. Yep. And then you can use your moments to power up your player. You can do all kinds of things. So
I know it makes perfect sense. I don't know. It almost makes too much sense. But Top Shot Tesla has a critical question here. He says, I often compare startups to planes trying to take off on a runway. Eventually the runway runs out. How many years of runway you think Dapper has, keeping in mind the license with the NBA expiring? Although I don't know when that expires. I think they still have several years.
yeah, I think it's like 2029.
Yeah.
I think they first signed that in 2019. So 10 years there. I don't think we actually got that official date, but it's still a while. I mean, they made a lot of money, and they've also made a lot of cuts. So I imagine the runway is pretty long.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. I don't understand how like venture capitalism works and what the investors could do, like pull out, or how any of that works.
Yeah, I don't understand about the investors pulling out early or anything like that either. I don't know how that works either.
I also don't know. I don't really know what the investors expect at this point. Did they? Because they invested before, like a lot of them invested before the pump. So, are they still like happy that there's some growth since from when they invested, or after that big growth, did they readjust their expectations?
I think most investors are like blood-sucking ticks, and they need more blood. Like, I don't think it's ever enough. I think they have to the number has to continually go up forever, I think.
Yeah. I wonder how much cash they're sitting on, because you could buy out the investors and get away from that pressure. But yeah, that part's complicated. But yeah, I think before 2029, I think there's going to be some sort of catalyst that's going to make this happen. That's what I think, but it could not. It just really depends on how the public responds to NFTs, whether or not they're going to make it as a whole or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if NFTs catch on, actually mainstream, and it's not just speculation, then how could the first one that partnered with the NBA not be a success?
Yeah, we just need a little crypto bull run again. And I remember you used to do the ICO, like coin flipping and like crypto trading. Are you still doing that or no?
No, that was super exciting back then, but NFTs have kind of taken it to the next level where you can actually like build a community and actually engage with the product.
But that must have been a very different phase of your life, though, because now you seem very chilled out. You make your bets and you sit on them. Doing an ICO flip is complete opposite. Were you a very different man back then? Where you're flipping and sweating the charts and stuff like that? Seems like a much different scenario for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, just because there wasn't anything, you couldn't really collect anything back then on the blockchain. So all my collecting was done elsewhere, like collecting physical stuff, video games and cards and all that. So yeah,
Right.
I never really thought of that. But
Have you
yeah,
gotten into
it was day trading for sure. So
right?
Yeah.
Right, but that's my point. That's totally different from what you enjoy doing now.
Yeah. Well, because there just wasn't any collectability to it. I didn't have any attachment to any coin or any stock. Yeah, and before that I was in the stock market, but then switched. Yeah, I've just been following what has been more interesting, and then now that you can actually have like an attachment to your crypto, it's kind of changed my strategy.
But have you not wanted to diversify a little bit once you've seen these massive volatile spikes and crashes?
No, more risk, more reward. It's
Okay.
We're still young, so worst case, just start saving up again.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think, yeah. When you're young, I think when you're young, it's the time to take a lot of risk, because it could work out really well, and you still have, you could still have time for a backup plan.
That's fair. That's true.
And then if I didn't, try doing risky moves now, I think I would regret it later. So I'd rather live with no regrets.
No regrets. And there are no other plays that you feel like you want to make nowadays, or you just don't have the cash. Are there other things that are interesting to you that are you're early in on, or something that you're working on right now?
If I did have the cash, let me think. I don't know. I think Dapper is the one. They've been the first to bring NFTs. They first innovated or invented them, and then they're the first to reach out to the mainstream with your Top Shot. And just getting to know them over the years, I think they're just getting started. So, and then along the way, I've been trying to keep up with the technology side of things. So, back in the CryptoKitties days, I spent some time learning Solidity and making small projects there, and now I've kind of transitioned to Flow and I'd really like to add to the platform. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. Working on a few different ideas, see if any stick.
Are these kind of ideas that, I guess, you can do so many different things on Flow, right? So how do you even choose what kind of a project to do? I'm guessing you're not creating a new collectible, but like, I don't even know tell us a little bit more about what is possible when you can code, and like what ideas you have and what you can share about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen a lot of developers step up and build stuff on the platform that aren't collectibles. Like Blockdo themselves has done quite a bit where you essentially have Uniswap on Flow. They built that Blockdo Swap. They have their own NFT marketplace. There's quite a few marketplaces out there. You got Flowverse, who just yesterday launched bulk buying, which is a big move. Floaty's doing a lot of great things with rentals, loans, and their marketplace.
essentially you could take any kind of industry. There's just so much untapped right now. Any Web 2 industry, you can migrate it to Flow or any blockchain to have an enhanced experience. You know, you can do sports betting, you could do various gambling. And then, or also getting back to like the proof of ownership, you could have like whole government systems on there that could be more efficient.
Gotcha. Jeb wants to know how old you are, and Top Shot Tesla's telling him you're 38. Is that true?
No, I'm 36.
There you go.
1986.
There you go. Top Shot Tesla. He's 36. And Top Shot Hotshot is asking about the 9 Lives Lounge, so I guess we have to give the drop. His question was, when do we get new 9 Lives Lounge robes?
We got to talk to Dumbo. I think we need them.
Yeah. How old am I? I'm 39.
No way.
Yes. Yeah, I'm 39.
When's your birthday?
September 23rd, 83.
Oh man, the big one's coming.
I know, right?
Less than 6 months. You're 39 and a half.
I know, 39 and a half. You know what, though? Age is just a concept, okay? Age is just how nice your knees feel. In my case, I'm very old. Well, what other questions do we have in the chat? Because I thought we could switch it over to playback and listen to some Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit with Alexo, because that's his favorite music, as far as I know.
Yep, bingo.
And there's some really
what's not
weird
to like
video
about
here.
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, so I'm gonna fire that up right over here, and then I'll get the link in, and we can watch some weird videos with Alexo for a little while. What about? I think someone was asking on Twitter, how many times have you watched through I Think You Should Leave on Netflix?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. I'm kind of on the monthly schedule now, so
Once a month.
yeah, but I started late. Like I don't know why I didn't catch it when it first came out, but I definitely caught it after the GIFs on Twitter were taken off.
Do you have a favorite sketch?
It's probably the Brian's hat.
That
one gets me every time.
That one is really good. With the dice.
Yeah. Also the receipt with the paper eating. That one's good too, with the mud pies. Yeah, because he's yelling at Jacob, and that's always a fun gift to bring out.
That's true. I know you like that GIF. And they're filming a new one. There's gonna be a new one.
Yep,
coming out
May
soon.
30th, I think. Season 3.
We're all very excited about that. All right, so here we go, fellas. We can keep asking some questions on the playback room. I'm gonna put the playback link right there. So Alexa, if you want to go over there, I'll get you on there. We'll turn this YouTube stream off. If you're still watching, go to the playback room. And let me see, where's the banner to show you the playback URL? There it is. Go to playback.tv/TandyTime, and we're going to go check out some videos in there. So once you get in there, request the stage, and I'll start streaming some weird video that I just found. And I'll wait for you in there. So let's see if you guys can make it into there. All right, well, I'm still here. I'm still live for a couple minutes while we wait. Yeah, we're going to get more intimate on playback one. We're getting very intimate. And I see there was a question here from Matt. You said you got 2 hero rookies from Carlini for $8 each. I think those sound pretty damn cheap, Matt. But yeah, get over there to playback.tv/TandyTime. And I'm waiting for Alexo. He's going to come on stage in a second. So I'm just waiting for him here. I'm going to remind him on Twitter because he dropped off on, you know what? He probably has to go to his computer, though. That's one problem, isn't it? This video I'm sharing on playback is very strange. It's very weird. And it's actually an official Limp Bizkit video. Wow, that's strange. All right, well, if you're still watching on YouTube, and I see there's quite a few of you still here, go over to playback because Alexo is joining right now. Here he comes. I'm bringing him on. So if you're still watching, I'll have the link here if you're watching the replay to go over to playback. So thank you for watching with me here on YouTube, and click below. I'll put the link down there on playback. If you're still in the chat now, go over to playback. We'll see you over there. All righty.